Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NBA 2K20. So far on this channel, I've only done videos in F1 2020, so I wanted to branch out a little bit, get into a game that I'm personally a little more familiar with, and that hopefully have a little bit more success with. So I've created an expansion team in the MyLeague mode, the Las Vegas Fighters. Their logo is like an F-15 type fighter jet. You'll see it here in a minute. But first things first, we are going to go into the expansion draft. I'm not going to see what teams protected who. Um, also, I put a team in, I believe, Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Phantoms is the other team. So there's a team in the West and a team in the East. Yeah, so there's the Fighters and then the Pittsburgh Phantoms and then back to the Fighters. As you see there, we do have the first pick in this expansion draft. My plan for this is I want to go young. I want to get a young team um, that can grow and maybe in like 3, 4, 5 seasons make the playoffs for the first time, something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by team because Denver. I want to see if Denver put up either Michael Porter Jr. or Bol Bol in this expansion draft because they nearly always put up at least one of those two guys. And I don't know if you know this. I don't know. You should be aware of this. But Bol Bol can turn into one of the greatest centers in this entire game. It's a little broken. It's a little cheap, but if I can get Bol Bol here from Denver, then that's basically my. I never have to worry about getting a center. And there he is, right there, Denver Bol Bol. Now this means Pittsburgh won't be able to take him. Um, my other target in this expansion draft is getting Nasir Little from Portland. Hopefully, in these two coming up picks, Nasir Little isn't taken. But let's just hope here. All right, so there's Bol Bol, and then they get Malik Beasley. And who was their player they got? Serge Ibaka. Okay, so perfect. So that means Nasir Little is still available. I'm going to sort by age, and Nasir Little's right here. He doesn't have much of a three-point shot or anything like that, but I don't know, I've just always, the way he plays and the way he develops, I've always personally done really well with him when I do expansion teams like this. So Nasir Little, he's going to be our second pick. So we now have a center and a power forward. And now let's take a look. See what other positions we can go for here. So I really don't want anyone older than like 24, 25. Like Otto Porter, especially with that deal, that's a big no. But even at 26, I'd probably say no because he's going to be 30 by the time we even make our first playoffs, most likely. And um, that's just not really the window I'm trying to go for. Now, D'Anthony Melton, he's 21 years old. He has a 1.4 million, so he's on a minimum contract, and he's a 77 overall playmaker. Like that might be. He's on the Grizzlies. I don't really racking my brain. I don't think there's any other players from the Grizzlies that I necessarily would want. His inside game isn't great, but his shooting right there is good. Close range. Oh, his 3 points really bad though. Free throws decent, but what's he best at here? Pass accuracy is all right. Ball handle, speed, pass IQ, perimeter. His steals, wow, a 92 steal. The way I play the game, I don't think I would personally have very much success there with D'Anthony Melton. Just the way I've always played 2K, that seems like a no-go for me. So I'm just going to keep scrolling down the list here. I did see Furkan Korkmaz up there. He might be my pick. Or Chetty Osman, three-point specialist. I think I'm going to take Chetty. And then he has a 4-year contract. I might be able to flip him for someone. Okay, and they take Bogdan Bogdanovic and Furkan Korkmaz, who was probably going to be my next pick there. So that's a little disappointing. Let's see. So we have a 3, a 4, and a 5. So let's try and get a point guard or a shooting guard. D'Anthony Melton, again, that's a no. I'm going to go for a point. Chris Dunn, no. Aaron Holiday, that's a maybe. Deep range shot creator or offensive initiator. He has 2 badges. Chris Clemens from Houston, he's younger. He has the same overall and he has more badges. His 3 points is 79. His free throws an 86. His passing, ball handle, speed, hands, that's all pretty good. Let me compare him to Aaron Holiday. His dunking isn't that great. His 3-point is an 84, and Clemens' 3-point is a 79. But like I said, the badges here, offense initiator, he's only 5'9". Oh, he's only 5'9". It's gonna be playing with Isaiah Thomas. That's gonna be. Ooh, I'm glad I caught that before I just went and picked him up there. What's this? Ty Jerome. He's an offense initiator, 5 badges, playmaking, 3-point scoring. What's his 3-pointers? A 75. I think I'm overthinking this a little bit. Aaron Holiday seems like he's going to be the best choice. Yeah, he has 2 years on his deal, so if I don't like the way he plays next season, I can flip him. So I'm going to go Aaron Holiday there. And then let's go into shooting guard, see what we have available. DeAndre Bembry. No. Alex Caruso. I thought he was a point. Oh, he has a backup's a point guard. I'm not going to take Alex Caruso. Grayson Allen. No. I don't know who this guy is. Garrison Matthews, Courtney Lee, Lugans Dortz, Slasher, Diallo. These guys are getting pretty low in the overalls here. I might take a guy, because Delon Wright's on a $9 million deal. He's a 78 overall. I might take Roberson. I'm going to take Delon Wright, but my goal is going to be to flip him either this season or next season at the trade deadline. Now, the Phantoms, they take Otto Porter and Reggie Jackson, so they're going a little bit older than I am. And I think they're going to try and maybe sneak into the playoffs right away. Let me go back to point guards, because I am actually kind of interested in getting Ty Jerome. I think he could be, he's only 22, he has 5 badges already. I think he could be a long-term option, because I have a 2 years plus 2 more contract on him, so he could just be like a bench option coming off the, into the second unit, or even like just a third string point guard in case someone gets injured for the next few seasons for really cheap. Let me go back to small forward here, because I feel, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to go all positions, and I'm going to sort by age, because I do want a young team here, and let's see if there's just anyone here who catches my eye. Jonte Porter, stretch 4, he's, no. Isaac Bonga, I remember, I forget, it was either 2K18 or 2K19, his rookie year, when he was a point guard. He was like a 6'8" point guard, and he was actually kind of like Bol in this year's 2K, where you could just totally cheese with him and just like you would just blow teams up with him. Nicholas Claxton, he's 6'11", interior big, or do I want to go Zanin Musa? These are 2 picks here from Brooklyn, so I can only get one. This guy has more badges. He's 6'11", and he's another big presence, and he's on a cheaper deal. So I'm gonna take Nicholas Claxton. The Phantoms take Jakob Podol and Skal Labissiere. Skal's, that's a good pick. I was actually kind of upset I didn't remember Skal, but it looks like Claxton, in my opinion, might have been better anyway. He's only 1 fewer overall, but he's 3 years younger, and he has more badges, so for a long-term option, Claxton might actually end up being better than Skal Labissiere. Let's see, we're sorted by age again. Let's go through Carson Edwards. I think I already have 2 point guards. For some positions, I still only have 1. Jalen McDaniel, 6'10", power forward, stretch 4. And this guy's also a stretch 4, 6'8", but let's see what he's got going on. His 3 points is 74. He's 21, 6'10". Isaiah Roby, no, I've had him before. I can never get him to develop well in this game. Hamidou Diallo, his driving layup's really good. His dunk is good. His mid-range shots are right. His 3 points really bad. Personally, I always play my shooting guards out on the wing and just basically have them play 3 and D, so that wouldn't work for me. Kenny Wooten, former Oregon Duck, but that allegiance isn't going to get him anywhere with me today. Chris Clemens, no, he's too short. Svi Mahuliuk. He's a small forward, 73 overall, 22 years old. Let me see, his 3-pointers in 86. I do need a wing, and we have him 2-year team deal, it looks like, on basically a minimum contract. So I'm going to take Svi there. He could be a good bench option for the small forward. And like I said, this first year, I don't want to win more than like 20 games. I'm really like, my goal is to get the #1 overall pick, and probably get a guy like LaMelo Ball. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna sort by overall, and then just go down till I see someone. Kelly Olynyk. He's a guy that I could. I'm thinking I could get. Oh, I didn't Okafor. He's only 23, but we already have a few. We already have 2 bigs. I'm gonna get a Olynyk, who's a little bit older, and then I'm gonna flip him at the trade deadline. So I'm gonna give him minimal minutes, basically, and keep him off the floor as much as possible. And then, like at the trade deadline, if there's a team that's making a push, only 12 million. Like I feel like there's a lot of teams that could accommodate that. Maybe I get a pick or like an expiring asset next season, something like that. But I'm gonna get a Olynyk as a trade piece. The Phantoms, they take Markieff Morris and Mike Conley. So yeah, they're going older, 30, 32. Speaking of Mike Conley, like with the Jazz, he just kind of fell off. I was kind of interested to see how he would do there. I thought they were going to be really dangerous with Conley there, but they really didn't amount to much with him there. I mean, obviously they're still in the playoffs or whatever, but Conley never really seemed to do much. Admiral Schofield, no. Kobe Simmons, no. I feel like I need to get a shooting guard. I feel like I've really kind of ignored that position just because I don't like a lot of the guys here. Melton keeps sticking out to me, but I just know it's not going to go well. Garrison Matthews, 3-point specialist. I've never really heard of that guy. Grayson Allen, no. Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock, he's a guy that I could flip, but I don't know if he's worth it for that. And it's slim pickings here. So, I'm going to have to get D'Anthony Melton, even though I feel like I'm not going to like how he plays. I'm probably not going to go. He's probably not going to see the ball much, but that's that. I have just a few more picks here, and I've basically got the team I want to have. I'm just going to look at the list again, see if anyone else sticks out to me. I guess I'll take. This Jalen. Carson Edwards. No, I'll take this Jalen McDaniels guy just because I feel like he might be able to develop into something, and then I'm going to sim the rest of this draft. So it looks like after I picked Jalen McDaniels, Fams took Michael Carter-Williams and Jaleel Okafor. We took Ish Smith, 31-year-old point guard on a $6 million salary for 2 years. We could probably flip him. I'm going to try and not have him see the floor much. Grant Williams, 20-year-old power forward, inside-out scorer. We have a lot of power. We have a lot of bigs, though, so I might end up trading him. And then we got Wes Matthews. I guess he could be a veteran presence, but I'm not really sure. So let's look at our roster. We have 3 point guards, 3 shooting guards, 2 smalls. So we have a pretty balanced roster. This has Ish Smith starting. Now, if my goal is to get LaMelo Ball in this draft, it might not be worth it to me to have 3 super young guards here. And so I might, at the end of this season, since these guys are both on 2-year contracts, have to make a decision between Aaron Holiday or Ty Jerome, and then have Ish Smith maybe be like a vet presence, so I end up not trading him. Let's go into coaching real fast, and let's just let the coach pick his rotation and see what kind of lineup we're running here. So Ish Smith, DeLon Wright, Chetty Osman, Nasir, and Kelly Olynyk. I don't want Olynyk to see the court, like I said, because I feel like he could be a guy that wins us games. So I'm going to go in and edit him and force a non-starter on him. I believe you do that here in Vitals, and I'm going to force him to not start for 1 season. Perfect. So if I trade him, that means that he'll be he'll be just fine starting for someone else. There's not here. And now we have Nicholas Claxton, who I want to develop, who I can see as a future center for us as our position. But I do want to give basically all of the Linux. Actually, I'm going to give all of the Linux minutes to Bull. Because we want Bull to develop alongside Claxton and maybe have like a Twin Towers type thing going on there. I'm basically going to even them both out 27. So those are our two centers. And then let's do this. I'm going to go into training and player mentorship, and I want I'm going to have Kelly Olynyk train. I'm going to have him train Claxton, because I feel like Bull, he's more of that stretch. He's that stretch center. He's going to be out on the perimeter more, and Claxton maybe is a little bit more of a traditional big, like Kelly Olynyk a little bit. Well, actually, no, Kelly Olynyk, he is catch and shoot and pick and popper. So actually, no, I'm going back to my original plan. I'm going to have Bull get trained by Kelly Olynyk, but he can only do catch and shoot and pump fake, but that's fine with me. Kelly Olynyk's going to be training him, and then let's find Ty Jerome, and then where's Ish Smith, and he's going to catch, he's going to train him, help him get Lob City Passer up, and then I'll do these two. I never really do pass fakes, so that's going to be useless to me. Downhill and needle threader there for Ty Jerome. Do I have any other veterans, really? Okay, so a young shooting guard to be trained by Wes Matthews. Or I could maybe do Svi. See if he can learn anything. Where is he? I'm sure I passed him already. Wes Matthews, alright, range extender, perfect. Slippery off ball, nice. And then clamps, yeah. So Svi will learn from Wes Matthews. That about does it for this episode. This next episode, I'm going to play one game, just playing it, just to kind of see how the team handles, what the players play like, how they play together. And then after that game, I'm going to sim through the rest of the season. But real fast, let's go in, and I want to show you the uniforms I've designed for the fighters. Here's the home uniform. You can see it's Vegas, and there's the fighters logo there. You have his number just above the logo. Pink and white I went with for the colors, because I personally like pink. I think it pairs well with white, and you've never really seen pink in the NBA. Here's the away uniform. I just inverted the colors basically, with a pink primary color and then white accents. You can see the Kappa logo a little bit better on the left. I don't know what you'd call that there. Sleeve, I guess. It's not really a sleeve. And here's the alternate, which I still don't know if 2K has fixed the issue where you can't actually use the alternate, but here's the black and pink alternate, which I really like. I might end up making this the away uniform if that glitch is still present, where you can't use the alternates. So anyways, that's that for this episode. We've done the expansion. We have our team for our first season. By the way, for the draft, we are using the 2020 draft class, so just be aware of that. We're going to use the actual players that will be coming into this draft, and I'm going to try and add cyber faces to as many of them as possible as we go. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this every single day.